What if everything you believed about working harder is completely wrong? What if your biggest obstacle to building a lasting, impactful business isn't your skills, your capital, or your network, but your mindset? Look, in the next 9 minutes, I'm going to challenge your mindset about growth completely. And it's very important to understand that I went through this process myself as well. I used to think that it was all about working harder. But I actually learned that it was all about working smarter, in all honesty, and you have to go through certain steps in order to get to that point. This is exactly what I want to tackle in this video, so it's really important that you make sure you're hanging with me in this video to the very end so that you don't miss a beat. The tool that really helped me make all of this happen for me was Flowit, and in this video I want to dive into the reason why Flowit is such an impactful tool that literally helped me shift my mind completely. I also want to show you how you can leverage Flowit to the best of its capabilities to bend it towards benefiting your business, your personal growth, and taking yourself to that next level where you are in the position whereby you can start relishing your dreams, to start really living up to what you set out to do. Because let's be real, 99% of the population have dreams, but they never get to live up to those dreams, while the 1% get to not only live their dreams, but actually live beyond their dreams. It's simply because they implemented structures and foundations that Flowit actually helps you create within your personal life, or whether it's your business. So more a reason why I think you should stick around and find out exactly what I'm about to dive into today. The first problem is the busy trap. You hustle, you grind, you fill your calendar, but success still feels elusive. Many individuals confuse motion with momentum. They fill time, not direction. The second problem is fragmented thinking, fragmented execution. You jump between documents, chats, notes, drafts, losing context, losing clarity. Now, this fragmentation leads to decision fatigue, lack of flow, and the worst of all, mental friction, which is impossible, in my opinion, to scale with. So you want to make sure you get rid of all of these problems. You want to have a tool that can actually help you with that. The third flaw is over-reliance on linear system. Traditional to-do lists, chatbots, single-step prompts, they don't capture the complexity of your vision or the multi-threaded projects. Then you end up back at square one, rebuilding mental maps in your head. So the million-dollar question is, what mind shift do you actually need to make? And that is moving from integrated effort to integrated flow, from reactive workflows to proactive orchestration. And that's where, in my opinion, Flowit becomes more than just a tool. It actually becomes a mindset amplifier. Look, instead of reacting to urgent tasks, you design your own environment, workflows and thinking space so that deep work and creative breakthroughs emerge. Instead of managing chaos, you start relying on systems that captures, connects, and auto-organizes your knowledge and your ideas so that you stop wasting time reassembling your thoughts. Instead of juggling multiple channels, you orchestrate a symphony of ideas, tasks, and strategy in one canvas-based ecosystem. Now, this shift requires 3 pillars. The first one on that list is clarity of vision and context. The second is a structure that adapts, not limits your abilities. The third is autonomous support to reduce friction. It's really important. Flowit is not a linear chat or document. It's now a 2D context playground where you can branch ideas, open parallel threads, and visually connect related thoughts or tasks. This removes friction between tools and helps your brain see relationships very clearly. Flowit's agent Neo can break down complex tasks, plan execution steps, and invoke necessary tools automatically. Instead of manually structuring every step, Flowit guides the route efficiently. You feed Flowit your research resources files. It auto-spits them out into seeds, micro knowledge units, and connects them into a knowledge network. Later, when you ask or build, Flowit draws context automatically. No more reassembling your own memory. You can share flows, you can invite collaborators, comment in place, or branch into alternative strategies, all within one visual space. That means that your content, your team, your marketing, your strategy all lives in one place. Now, let me show you how I used Flowit on a recent product launch. I fed in all our competitor research, our content archive, and our brand them guidelines into Flowit's knowledge base. Then I prompted Oracle to design a content calendar and a marketing funnel. In minutes, it output a plan with task breakdowns, content outlines, and resource allocation. I then branched variations, A/B paths side by side on the canvas, compared and iterated. What used to take me hours across back and forth between documents now took me minutes. Now that's flow in action, if you ask me. You must trust your systems to hold memory. In this case, that will be Flowit. You must also trust it to hold context and structure. Instead of trying to micromanage every single detail in your head, that never works out well. And that's going to lead to what I was talking about in the beginning of this video, friction in your memory. Think of your internal and external tools as part of your operating environment. Curate them intentionally. Remember, flow and growth comes from cycles, not one perfect shot. Use Flowit's branching and revision abilities to experiment. When your mind space is cleaner and more supportive, small daily progress compounds, and that's the real shift. Don't you ever forget that. Now, if you're ready to make the change from fragmented efforts to flow in creation, you know exactly what you need to do. Check out the top link in my description and try Flowit today, not tomorrow. Now here's what you gotta do. Click the top link in my description once again, sign up, upload your current knowledge assets, past docs, notes, content, and let Flowit see them. Then create a canvas for one project, maybe your next launch, content plan, or product idea, and invite Oracle into it. Ask it to give you a 3-step starter plan, branch variations, iterate, comment, collaborate, experience the difference. Every mindset shift needs scaffolding, and Flowit is that scaffold. Anyways, it's time for me to wrap up this video. If you found this video helpful, useful, you know exactly what you need to do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and more importantly, tap the notification bell. I'll see you on the next video, where we are of course going to be talking about more business, finance, and entrepreneurship like we always do. Take care now. Bye bye.